Welcome back. Welcome back.
We got to write some actual intro music or something, because I feel like there's a lot of work for you each week.
It is. It's very difficult for me. It's emotionally taxing. It's spiritually draining. It's physically exhausting.
Yeah. That's, now that you ask, that's about how I've been too.
It's sexually pleasing.
Oh. Well, not less of that, I guess. But
anyway.
Hey, that's great. How are you? What did we miss this week? I've been swiping on Tinder like it's a part-time job, baby. Hey.
That's what I've been up to.
So you're ready to get, I guess, in other terms, your beak wet? A term we've used on this show before?
Yeah, I'm not going to say that on my Tinder profile because I will not get any swipes. No.
I don't know.
No. You don't know. You've been out of the game too long,
You're
buddy.
Right. I've been
out
out
of the game too long.
Okay. But you've been active.
When I say I've been doing it like it's a part-time job, I'm not fucking kidding. Because it's a numbers game. It's all a numbers game. And I feel like this time I'm going into it with the right mindset. Like, I'm just here. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Mm-hmm. People are so fucking weird. And I'm in it for like the stories at this point. Like, I'm excited. So
you're in it for the experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I think, I think I had a realization that like, I don't know any of these people and most of them I probably never meet. So I might as well just be batshit insane in the messages and see how it goes and just have a good time for me. And that's been going really well. So,
good. I would think if anything, you'll stand out at least, so.
If me talking to other people has been any indication, I would agree with that. I think that most people think they're the main character, but I really do feel like the main character most when I'm on Tinder.
Wow. So it's interesting. That's like your most self.
No, I wouldn't. No. I wouldn't say I'm my most true self. I would just say that like I am so much more interesting and funny than everyone else.
That is okay. Well, man, makes me wish I could meet Tinder Sarah and just have a conversation with that person.
Hey, I feel like you pretty much get her on this podcast. I feel like she's pretty similar to who she is on this podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time. I'm lining up dates. It's, as I said, it's a numbers game. So I'm lining up dates. I'm like, let's do some numbers. Let's get this shit on the road.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's exciting. Got some coming up this weekend. So we'll see how it goes.
When you say dates, like in
person, like not like.
Whoa.
I think I would rather gouge my eyes out than go on a Zoom date.
Yeah, no, a Zoom date feels probably like another work meeting, only it's with someone you don't know, and maybe there's a chance you might do it at some point.
And they're not paying me.
And they're not paying you. You're doing it pro bono.
Yeah, pro boner, yes.
Pro bono in hopes of getting bonoed. So, yeah,
but no bone.
It'd be no bone. Yeah, well, wow. So, I feel like we've been doing so much of this podcast from the safety of our homes and in our little bubbles, and now you're about to
break the bubble,
get that beak wet. And
I mean, I'm vaxxed, baby. I'm vaxxed. I'm ready to party.
Baby.
I think that is a big part of it, is we've all been in our little bubbles. And like, I think the Leo in me loves to meet strangers and just like, they like the Leo in me likes the challenge of like making someone like me, whether or not I like them, if that makes sense.
Sure.
And so I think Leo season is approacheth. And that's the mood that's happening. So planets are all aligning. I'll keep you updated.
Yes, please.
Maybe not too updated, but I'll keep you updated.
There's definitely a line. But
well,
we don't need everything. We don't need everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
But as much as you're willing to share.
I was saying less on the sexually explicit side, more on on the, I'm not looking for a life partner, but if I was to end up like dating somebody from one of these meets, how awkward it would be if I like talk shit about them on the podcast and then was like, oh great, this is love.
I think that would be an amazing, like, second app experience for your relationship.
Yeah.
I think if you want to give the listeners really the juicy stuff, I mean, we all love celebrity couples, right? Like, imagine if you could, like, if your favorite celebrity couple also had each of them had a podcast where each just talk about the other person and say all the stuff they don't say to each other. Oh, man. How do we make this happen? How do we monetize this?
Wow.
Okay.
Whoa.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
You
I
just
saw
a monocle
$signs.
just appeared on your eye, and a top hat
what is
appeared
this?
on top of your head.
Oh, shit.
You turned
fuck.
into the Monopoly Man suddenly.
I don't know what got into me. I think I'm just.
I don't know.
I'm in a
Also,
vulnerable spot.
to be that guy, most celebrities do have podcasts, which I think is unfair. If I'm being honest.
Unfair. You know what? Let's call them out.
Leave it for the plebes. Leave podcasts for the plebes.
It's
you
true.
have your movies and your TV shows.
Yeah.
Let us have the podcasts, you know, like, and I think that people that are celebrities because of podcasts, that's fine. But
if they earned it,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But when you're a celebrity and you just instantly drop a podcast and immediately receive, 500,000 subscribers overnight because you are who you are, you're not really working.
doesn't feel
for
fair.
It,
Doesn't feel right. Doesn't
feel right.
Doesn't feel right. But as we've learned, the world's an unfair place. So perhaps we should stop expecting fairness from an unfair system. How are you doing?
I'm good. Honestly, yeah. I really don't know that I have anything as interesting as that. I watched Bo Burnham's new special.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah.
We're not
what were your thoughts?
we're not a movie review
not
podcast.
or a comedy special review podcast. Although you do say movie, and this did in parts feel like more of a movie.
His stand-up special, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine. I've heard a lot of people be like, it was genius. And I was like, he is extremely talented. There is no denying that. Incredibly talented.
Well made.
Beautifully shot. One of my friends who recommended I watch it had because I was talking to her about it, and I was like, yeah, like the subject matter was fine. I didn't think he was saying anything I hadn't heard before, like had a new perspective that excited me. But she brought up the point that like technically it was beautifully done, and I totally agreed because it was one guy in a room.
It's incredibly impressive what
Yeah.
he was able to do on his own.
Yeah.
Like shooting it, editing it, putting it all together. You forget he's directed a feature film or a couple things also. So, like, yeah, he's absolutely
Beautifully
super
done.
talented.
And I will say the bit where he's like threatening the audience with a knife and asking them to like watch his content, I did laugh hysterically at that and think that was that's my niche. That's what I like comedy to be.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that tickled my itch.
Good.
But other than that, yeah, I thought the technical stuff was really enjoyable, and I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird space. It's not really funny, haha, most of the time, I would say.
No.
But it is, I think, incredibly vulnerable and kind of what I would want more comedy to be. Mm-hmm. I feel like I've definitely grown tired of just a comedian with a microphone standing on stage. Like, I don't know. I don't really crave that anymore. Just like traditional stand-up.
Yeah.
And Bo's is definitely not your traditional stand-up, but like I was rewatching some of his older specials too, and like the amount of, I don't know. I feel like he's someone who really regrets the things that made him popular. And
I honestly would have hated to come up in the time that he came up, because it was like the early aughts. Like that was when the internet was the Wild West. And we were all growing up and making mistakes. And I feel like we've talked about this before of thank God there was not like TikTok in my day, because I would have made some probably offensive and embarrassing things because we were children. So like, you know,
oh my God,
he does address that in the special. I thought that was really interesting. Cause
I remember watching him in those days, like at parties and stuff, and you know, I look back and it's like, a lot of that stuff probably no one should be able to get away with now. If they did it now, it'd be bad.
Cancel culture. Cancel culture.
But you know, I think he's someone who seems like he's always strived to just be better than his last thing. And also, I don't think he really even likes the whole setup of being a performer, but he likes performing. And yeah, I don't know. It's a very artistic thing. Like, it feels like a time capsule. It feels like there hasn't been that many, like, there's been a lot of, like, quarantine content and pandemic-related content. Mm-hmm. But this one feels like the one I want to survive. Like, if we're going to put anything in a time capsule of this time, content-wise, and put that out there, it's going to be, it's obviously going to be Gal Gadot and Kristen Wiig's Imagine sing-along video.
Please, yes.
And I think this stand-up special, I feel like it really is a very synthesized version of everything we've been feeling in like an hour and a half.
I would also like to submit the Vanessa Hudgens Instagram story video where she goes, "People are gonna die, but why should I have to stay inside?"
Yes, I think those
I would
three,
like to submit that, yes.
In that order.
A real shit sandwich, yeah.
Yeah.
Where the bread is the shit. To be clear.
Well, yeah, you're right. Because when it's a ham sandwich, the ham's
in the middle. The ham isn't the outside. Although, what a fun prank to play if you own a restaurant.
Put the ham on the outside and the bread on the inside. Welcome to Denny's. We do things a little differently. Let's start the show.
You caught my eye in the grocery line. I fancied myself a man worth your time, and I couldn't help thinking I wished you were mine. A man-seeking woman whose total is 589. Well, I don't do this often. I'm not like the guys, which is why I find myself in a sort of great existential crisis.
Podcast for listener. Here's to hoping Jeff Bezos blows up in a rocket. It's time for another Craigslistential Crisis, the show where we take the misconnection section into new directions. I'm Talon Bigelow.
And I'm Sarah Thompson, and welcome to the show.
Welcome. If you haven't heard the show before, let us tell you a little about it. So basically, misconnections exist on this website called Craigslist.org. Pretty sure it's .org.
I think it's
I always
.com.
have to.
I'm pretty sure it's .com.
But we can neither confirm nor deny. All I know is they got an app called Craigslist, and I hit that when I want to read misconnections. If you're still using a web address,
It is a
okay,
.org.
boomer.
It is a .org.
Oh! Anyway, doesn't matter because I use the app.
Okay.
So the misconnection section, that's a part of it. You'll go to Craigslist, and then you'll go to Community, and then you'll go to Misconnections, and there you will find a lot of messages, usually written by people who are hoping to reconnect with someone they had a passing glance at, or Sarah just was, I don't know, gesticulating so hard you lost your glasses.
I was doing an interpretive dance to the words you were saying to keep myself entertained, and I knocked my own glasses off.
Yeah, this is how boring I am, I
No,
guess.
I'm just fidgety. You know it.
Oh, hey. That's fine. Me too. But anyway, yeah, people hope to reconnect with someone they had a passing glance at, or they crossed paths with someone, they didn't get their contact info, they have no other way to reach out except for misconnections, and they go here in hopes of just
Getting their beak wet.
Passing spark, getting their beak wet. That's normally how it's supposed to go. A lot of the times, it's a lot of different things. And we sift through them, we cherry pick the best ones, and then we provide them for each other to cold read for you, the listener. Don't you feel included in this experience? We hope so.
Curated.
Handcrafted misconnections.
Do you want to start with one
questions.
of mine?
Ooh, yeah, you know what? I think I do.
Sorry,
That's a good...
take questions from the audience first. My
yes,
bad.
Please.
So sorry.
hold your questions to the end.
Should we do like a Dora the Explorer-esque where we're like, what do you think?
Oh, yeah.
No. You had to give them time to answer.
Well, you were asking if we should, and I agree yes, so now we do it.
What do you think? that's a good opinion. Nice.
Yeah, good point.
Good
Wow,
one.
thank you.
Wow.
Oh, man, you're like so cool.
You're so insightful.
Tattoo Estacada Hottie. Safeway Malala. You forgot your heavy bag came back. It was hard not to stare, but I like rock solid asses. Thanks for being so pleasant on the eyes. Those 2 new tats are hot. All right.
I have a question. Are you a fan of a rock solid ass?
Well, when I think of rock solid, no, not at all. I might use the phrase rock solid to describe something that's like,
Solid.
like I don't know, a good, like good,
Yeah.
sure. Like this is a solid sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd say rock solid. I think I'd just say solid.
Yeah.
I might like a solid ass. Well, rock solid really specifies like
A hardness.
that the solidness is yes, a matter of toughness,
Yes.
of stability.
Yes.
So do you like statue butts? If you like statue butts, then I think this yeah, then you might like a rock solid ass. You might like a rock solid ass.
You might enjoy. Here, you should try a rock solid ass. Yeah, I do think that that is a very interesting way of putting it. I would also say that I don't like a rock solid ass. I think that a butt should have a little bit of give, just personally.
Yeah, I mean, there is a body part that I think a lot of people might at times describe as rock solid.
Sorry,
and I
where
feel
are we
like
going
it's not
with
a
this?
butt. I feel like it's just not a butt.
What is it?
The nipples, Sarah. Obviously, it's the nipples.
Wait, are you talking about penis?
Yeah, I'm talking about penis.
Oh, okay. So I was imagining like abs. I think that people are like rock solid abs. Rock solid abs.
Yeah, that too. I guess if that's your thing,
I mean,
rock solid abs.
yeah. You do
Chiseled.
whatever you want with your abs. I really
Again.
don't care.
We use the term like chiseled as that describes someone who's very like lean and very muscular, and I feel like that's that. There's no hit them and like a rock. It doesn't really like do anything. There's no give. That's what rock solid or chiseled would mean to me. These seem like they're a part of the same vernacular.
Yeah. When did we give stonemasons, free reign over our sexuality? That's my question. When did we decide they should have all the terms?
Yeah. You know who it should be?
Tell me.
TSA agents.
No.
They probably have the proper. No, you don't think?
I don't think so.
Okay, I was just trying
dangerous,
something. I don't know.
A dangerous package? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, that was
yeah,
such a bad joke. I should be taken
it's-
out back.
Listen, we improvise a lot. We didn't write this down. We're doing pretty good for just making it up off the top of our heads.
Yeah. Yeah, could you
all
tell
right.
it's not scripted? Shocking. Anyways,
Yeah,
rock
shocking.
solid ass. I also don't know how they knew it was 2 new tattoos unless they were a repeat customer of this rock solid ass. But
Oh.
maybe they were wearing saran wrap on their legs.
That's true. Maybe it was still, wrapped up, waterproof.
Yeah. And I was imagining,
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I was imagining, probably because the ass was mentioned earlier, that it was like, that tattoo that a lot of people get that's like 2 bows on the back of your thighs?
Uh-huh.
That's what I was imagining.
Why? What does that even signify? Does it mean anything?
I mean, I think it's just like, these could be stockings, but they're my legs.
I see. It's an illusion.
It's an illusion.
It's like when people get eyebrows tattooed onto their head.
Yes, even though we already have them.
Yeah.
Just a fun fact.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go
Just a
ahead and
fun
take
fact.
one of yours here.
Hey, take it. Take it away.
Bad day. 'Cause you had a bad day. You're taking one down. You sing a sad song just to turn it around. You say you don't know. You tell me, don't lie. You work at a smile and you go for a ride. You had a bad day. The camera don't lie. You're coming back down and you really don't mind. You had a bad day. You had a bad day. Thank you for making me read the lyrics to James Blunt's Bad Day.
I could have skipped it, but I felt like I have not really seen someone just post
Lyrics.
a full verse of a known song, and that's it.
No more needed. That's it. Moses Lake is feeling some sort of way, and that's the way they're feeling.
They're just like, I'm really into this James Blunt song right now. Is it James Blunt?
Is that no? You're beautiful is James Blunt. I don't know
You're
who
Beautiful
this is.
Was it Train? I don't know. You had a bad
Was
day.
it Train? Well, this is embarrassing. You
Someone
should have done a
knows.
little research.
What if I just didn't know this was a song at all? And what if I was just
It's
like,
Daniel
what a
Powter.
beautiful poem.
Daniel Powter.
Daniel Powter. Sorry, Daniel Powter. Sorry we mixed you up for Train and James Blunt. Those are both horrible, offensive slurs, and we're so sorry. Daniel Powter. So, do you think this person had a bad day, or do you think they just like the song a lot?
I don't know. I will say that I think I didn't actually know the real lyrics to some of the parts of this song. So, yeah, it's one of those moments where you like think you know a song really well, and then you realize you've been just singing the wrong lyrics all along. So that was nice. I'll say that.
Yeah. It's definitely not a song I ever cared enough about to Google the lyrics.
Yeah, it's one of those songs that I don't think anyone ever really listened to on purpose. It just kind of got absorbed, and I'll tell you why. Songfacts.com, when I Googled Bad Day, this song became a hit when the singing competition show American Idol started using it as a theme for the goodbye video for the departing contestants who were voted off the show on the 5th season. So that's why everyone knew it. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Wow. I definitely was trying to think if Daniel Powter was a one-hit wonder or not, and I think he might.
He is. I would go ahead and say he definitely is.
I'm looking at the Spotify numbers. Bad Day looks like 363 million plays. Second song most played at 29 million. Bad Day Acoustic. And next after that, from the same album as Bad Day, is a song called Free Loop with only 6 million plays. So 6 million is still pretty good. If 6 million people listen to this podcast, that'd be a great success. And Daniel, you should be proud. And please, you know what's sad? Is like
Daniel.
He can't even listen to this song if he's having a bad day. He can't even enjoy the comfort of his own melancholy lyrics.
Daniel, if you want to do a shout out for us, we're not going to say no to your 6 million listeners. So I'm just saying that door is still open, Daniel Powter, if you would like to call out to us. I also, right under the results of Song Facts, there's also what to do if you had a really bad day, says Google questions. Number 1 is make a gratitude list. Number 2 is write in a journal. Number 3 is meditate. Number 4, do child's pose. And number 5 is try positive self-talk.
I thought you were going to say try pot.
Sometimes that only makes you sadder. Just be careful. Hey, let's try number 5. Talon, say one good thing. Say one positive thing about yourself on air to us and the listeners.
You know what? I got a good face. I like my face.
Hell yeah!
Solid face.
Hell yeah!
Rock solid face.
Rock solid face.
All right. Now you.
I like my hair.
It's great. Every color I've seen it in has been great.
Thank you.
I feel like you are one of those people who could probably pull off like most hair colors. And
Thank you.
yeah.
I feel like you could pull off most faces.
Oh, wow. So thank you, Daniel Powter, who, by the way, is Canadian. Did you know?
Oh, so why was he on American Idol?
Oh, shit. This goes all the way to the top.
Fucking top.
To be fair, Simon Cowell, is he?
He's British for sure. He's absolutely British.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, and I'm not sure about that Ryan Seacrest. Let's take another. I'm saying that like it's a radio show, but it's a podcast. Okay, toothache. Thank you for helping me with my toothache. Nothing weird about not wanting your mirror to fog. I want to be your big spoon. Smiley emoticon. I want to... toothache. What is this? What does this mean?
Exactly my response,
nothing-
Talon. Exactly my response. What does this mean?
Nothing weird about not wanting your mirror to fog.
I don't understand. Like, that seems... I mean, I think we're just used to reading innuendo into everything.
Absolutely.
But, that elicits maybe some Titanic-esque thoughts, right?
Sure. Steamy,
Hot breath.
sex in a dentist chair.
Hot-
Oh, no. What?
What?
I don't know. There's a toothache involved. I'm just tying it together.
Oh! I didn't even think about the little mirror they stick in your mouth.
I mean, it could have been they don't specify.
No, you're right.
Why wouldn't you want that mirror to fog? It probably would. It gets put in a hot mouth like
Yeah.
24/7.
It's mouths are hot. They're hot little
If
holes.
anything, those mirrors are probably built with some sort of anti-fog properties. Like,
Why don't we build all mirrors with those?
why don't we? No one likes a mirror to fog, and why should they?
Why?
What is Big Mirror trying to keep from us? I mean, yes. So I did think maybe like a little dental mirror in a dentist situation.
The spoon does make it a bit of a left turn, but I do see how you're tying the mirror to the toothache.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't. I have no idea what this means. I literally have no idea, but now I am thinking it's also tagged in the middle of the Willamette, which is always one of my favorite things. Maybe if it had been tagged in downtown, I would have been like, there's a lot of dentist's office there. I could see that being a thing, but it is in the middle of the Willamette. So that makes it a little more mysterious, you know?
Yeah. I just feel like at some point, I'm trying to make sense of this. The phrase by the other party was uttered, and it was like, I'm sorry, I don't want my mirror to fog. Is that weird? Like, that's what was said. I'm trying to think, what is the context of that in any other way?
Is that weird to not want my mirror
Is that weird?
to fog?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being weird. I just really don't want my mirror to fog. So we can't continue doing whatever we're doing.
That's a great point. That is...
I don't...
Yeah. I have no insights. I truly brought this to the table, and already I think you have decoded it more than I have. So thank you for that.
You're welcome, but I'm still left in the dark, and if anyone has further information about what could be going on here, we'll read it again. Thank you for helping me with my toothache. Nothing weird about not wanting your mirror to fog. I want to be your big spoon.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right. I've got another one for you here.
Thank you.
Tulips. Need help planting tulips.
So this seems like a callback to me. This is why I have.
Yeah. I was going to say, have we read this one before?
Last week we had a misconnection.
Okay.
That did read that it was a tulip expert needed. And then they said, am organ donor. Remember that one?
Yeah, now I do.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
We were discussing erotic flowers. You remember? You all remember. Hey, audience.
You guys remember?
Do you remember? What was your favorite part of that episode? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that part too.
That was a good bit.
Good one.
Good one. So, yeah, this one came from a similar region. This one is from Seattle. Last one, I think, was from Redmond. Both towns. And
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on?
Why is it getting closer and closer? I'm nervous. It's coming for us.
That is a great concept for a horror movie that I haven't seen.
They just keep posting on Craigslist closer and closer.
That would actually be horrifying. If you like read a misconnection that you were certain was like about you, and it was like far enough, like a couple states away, whatever, you'd be like, that's probably not me.
Yeah.
But then it keeps coming up. It's obviously someone like adding a second post, like a little more detail each time.
Yeah.
You're more certain every time it's you, and it's getting slowly closer and closer to you every time it gets posted. Over the course of like a week, you see it on day 7, it's like, it's in your town. That would be horrifying.
I think this is like tickling the back of my brain. Like, I feel like there was at some point like a famous Reddit no sleep story like that. Possibly, but I can't remember any details about it. Anyways, tulips. Again, I have to assume that it's like, what's your favorite flower? Is it these tulips? And then you kiss someone? Like, I have to assume that maybe they're like tulips is a play on words here.
That's like how a child would try to ask someone for a kiss without trying to like say the word kiss.
Telling on Tinder, the people really like that stuff. So,
well, okay. Well, I don't know anything about Tinder, so I bet you're right. But yeah, this is either someone in desperate help of some sort of tulip expertise to try and figure out how to plant their fucking tulips they don't know how to plant.
Someone, please.
Or there's something else at play here.
It's more sinister.
And if these are both the same person, They didn't mention that they're an organ donor here, but
So
that
what's
is a part of
happened?
it.
What's happened already? Did they already donate the organs they were planning on donating?
I don't know. I don't know. I just have horrible images in my brain of someone planting body parts in a field of tulips, and I don't know what's going on.
Very Edgar Allan Poe of you.
I'm an organ donor, just not mine.
Oh, that was so lame. All right.
Well, you haven't heard it yet, but when I edit this, I'm gonna add like some spooky resonance on my voice and like a thunder crash sound effect, and it's gonna be like really cool.
Spooky.
Yeah, if I remembered to do it, which I'm pretty sure I did, it'll be pretty cool. Let me take another one. My wife left me for another man, but you helped me. I was totally lost. You were the older black man who lived across from us. My wife left me for another man. You helped me realize that I did not need her. I became your property. I miss you so much. Please take me back. I will do whatever you want. Okay, so there's no punctuation.
No. This is a rush of emotion, a hot rush of emotion.
But I think I made sense of this. Okay.
Yeah, where you paused is where I would have paused.
You lived across from us. My life left me for another man. You helped me realize it. Wow, this is a good neighbor. This is a really good neighbor.
It is. So here's it is. But then we get the somewhat alarming phrase, "I became your property."
Yeah, that's normal. This seems like a Black Snake Moan roleplay situation. I get it. Yeah, that's totally fine. This happens all the time.
It's a real Samuel L. Jackson move of everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure this writer was wicked, and I'm sure this nice neighbor was just aiming to cure them of their wickedness. That's all. So.
Have you seen? I've never seen that movie.
I have not seen Black Snake Moan.
You seemed very knowledgeable about it, so I was just curious.
I mean, we all know like that line. I feel like because it's in the trailer. I don't know how many people actually went and saw. Is that a movie that appealed to anybody?
I don't know. People who like seeing other people handcuffed to radiators, maybe.
It was 2006.
Wow. It feels like it was a century ago that movie came out.
It might as well have been with Christina Ricci and Justin Timberlake in starring roles.
Wait, what? Justin Timberlake was in that?
Yeah, you know what? That's a thing I'm only just realizing now for the first time also, is that Justin Timberlake is third billed in this movie.
That was Samuel L. Jackson, right?
Yes. Christina Ricci and Samuel L. Jackson are the main leads. Then you got JT. I'm showing you a picture on our video call just to place him mentally in time for you.
Yeah.
Still, like, I think this is like when he was doing a bunch of acting at the time when we were all like, you need to be making music. Why are you making more music? And then he started making music, and it was like fine for like a year. And then he kept making music, and it was like, you need to stop making music.
Okay, it does have a 6.9 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes, though.
I mean, I think did it get nominated for some things? Like,
I don't know. It seems very. I never knew the plot of it, and I just read the plot, and it just seems like it's dangerous. They're treading some lines.
Oof. Well, I'm reading not the plot description. But I'm reading the parent guide on IMDb. And first of all, it has a lot of high marks, which is not good for the parent's guide. Sex and nudity, severe. Violence and gore, moderate. Profanity, severe. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking, severe. Frightening and intense scenes, moderate. So at me, 2006, I don't know if this would have been my kind of movie. But
when you were in the 8th grade? High school? First year of high school?
Yeah. Basically, 7th, 8th, yeah.
See, I always have it easy because 2006, I was in 6th grade.
Oh, that's really nice. Because they don't really teach you a way to, like, accurately relay this information. They really should. There needs to be some sort of schooling metric system. It's like, K starts at 4, and then it becomes 1, and that starts at 6, and, it's bad.
It's bad.
Anyway. I'm reading just the parent guide descriptions. That's just exclusively the sex and nudity part. Oh, that's fine. One character threatens others with a gun?
Oof.
Yeesh.
Don't love it.
Yeesh. 50 uses of fuck. That's a lot, I feel like.
That's a
Maybe
fair
not.
amount. Well, in
But that's pretty high for most movies.
In PG-13, you get one fuck. I know that
Well,
much.
Yes, this must be R. Yes, it's R.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyway.
how did we get here? I have no
Because
idea
I
how
felt
we
like
got
this,
here.
this neighborhood black man made this person
thank
their
you.
property to help their wife,
Thank
help
you.
this guy get over the life that left him. There's a lot in here for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it was a fascinating power play, power dynamic shifting. I just think that the director of Black Snake Moan has their sequel, is what I'm saying.
There it is.
It's on Craigslist.
What would you call that sequel?
Come and get it.
Black Snake Moan 2.
Elderly black neighbor.
Elderly black neighbor.
I guess
the
they
later
said
years.
older, not elderly. For some reason, I was imagining an old man, but they just said older, not elderly, I should say.
You know, it's probably some weird osmosis because I had an elderly black neighbor for some time.
You did.
If you listeners, if you remember,
You did.
I had a neighbor who I would describe as elderly and black.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. There you go. So there. Yep. All right. I mean, hey, well, guy, as long as it worked for you, great. I'm
Great.
happy for you.
Congrats.
I hope you connect with this neighbor of yours and continue
Whatever power
Whatever.
play you got going on here.
whatever you got. And hey, kudos for the black man for making a white man's
Presumably,
property.
yeah, a white
Presumably,
man, his property.
Because he's describing his neighbor as a black man, I'm assuming this dude's at least not black,
Yeah.
probably white. Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
Let's be honest here.
Let's be honest.
I'm glad you just congratulated.
Good job, man. Hey. Props.
All right. Just a reminder. Nobody attractive has ever posted on here, and nobody attractive reads these. So if you're looking for someone ugly, or think someone ugly is looking for you, then this is the spot.
Oof, right?
Excuse me? Somebody sounds a little bitter that they didn't find the love of their life on the misconnection section. They're taking it out on everybody else.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Because
before we move too far.
I'm looking at two attractive people who read Craigslist.
Absolutely. And they should be so lucky to end up with one of us.
That's right. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, why don't you go ahead and read the next one?
Oh my God. Regarding your quote-unquote reminder. So thoughtful of you to share your own thoughts, but my experiences has been different. I have personally met 3 great-looking guys via Craigslist, so know they're out there, smiley face. Perhaps you're like me and just have yet to meet your person. Beauty's the eye of the beholder, right? More to a person than the physical. Grinning emoji. What a pleasant response. What a just a mercilessly perky response. Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Also, what a great track record, I think. Like meeting 3.
3, and they're not dead yet. Yeah, they met
Yeah.
3 guys on Craigslist and they didn't get murdered. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You should buy a lottery ticket.
They should, because this is definitely some sort of statistical anomaly. But, yeah, good for this person. Yeah, I think they're saying what we're all thinking. This first writer couldn't be more wrong. Everyone's on here. Everybody's on this app.
Everybody's on Craigslist. Well, I was just thinking to myself, mid-Tindering, I was like, I wish the people on Tinder were half as interesting as the people on Craigslist. People on Craigslist are fascinating, and I could say so much about what they've written. Like my main thing on Tinder, because I'm always the first person to message. It's just everyone's too baby to message, so I'll do it. But it's really hard to message somebody when they don't have shit to comment on. When they're like, I like to travel, I like to work out. I'm like, that's not a personality. I need like a fact about you we can talk about.
Right.
You know? And everyone on Craigslist.
What's your favorite workout while you travel?
Yeah. Are you working out your arms so you can fly to wherever you're going?
Yeah. That's a good opening line.
Thank you. I worked on it. I'm trying to, what is that called? Focus group it right now.
Kind of workshop it.
Hey, listener, what do you think of that pickup line?
Huh.
Oh, okay. I'll take that into consideration. Thank you.
A very thoughtful critique.
Okay.
Wow.
I do have to say,
Yeah.
do you... I used to babysit kids and we would watch Dora the Explorer. And it's actually very satisfying when you answer them out loud and then they like respond. Yeah. It does feel good.
You know what? More TV shows and movies should do that.
It feels good. It feels validating.
I love... I'm someone who, when I watch something, I tend to really get into it.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty good about shutting my brain off and just letting the story kind of happen to me.
Yeah.
I try not to get too ahead of it. I try to just watch it.
Yeah.
And as into something as I could get, if the main character were then to suddenly, like, 45 minutes into the movie, like, ask me what I think, I would love every movie that did that with, like, my whole heart. Like,
that's fun.
No matter what it is. I could be watching Mamma Mia, and if at some point in, like, the second act, Meryl Streep was like, I don't know, what do you think I should do?
I'm sorry, why did you use Mamma Mia? That movie is flawless as it is.
Exactly why I mentioned it,
Okay.
because it could only get better.
All right.
Yeah.
That's something people usually say about bad things, but it's fine. It could only get better.
I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I definitely told people I did watch Mamma Mia for the first time during this quarantine, and I think it was absolutely fucking great.
It's phenomenal. It's such a good movie.
We're
not a movie podcast.
We're not a movie podcast, but I did not go into it thinking I would have a joyful experience. But honestly, it's pretty fucking fun.
It's so
solid.
good.
And they make great song choices, obviously. I mean, obviously, it's just ABBA. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's great that I haven't seen the second one yet, so I'm very much looking forward to it.
All right. Well, lessen your expectations a little bit for the second one.
I will not.
Great.
Because I will not.
But yeah, what a great post. Number one, fantastic, flawless post. Obsessed with it. Nobody attractive has ever posted on here, and nobody attractive reads these. Love it. And then,
very bold statement.
Very bold statement. Obsessed with it. And then what a great rebuttal. That's just so sweet. Some people just have all the patience in the world, and there's none left for the rest of us, but that's okay.
That's fine. We need these people to balance out the rest of us.
Also,
truly. Can we just normalize not stating your opinions as fact? Because, that happens a lot, and it should just not be allowed.
I think we should always think our opinions are fact.
I disagree, but hey, I guess that is your opinion.
Okay.
This is mine.
And it's yours, so you can't say I'm wrong, because we're not stating opinions as fact.
I can't say you're wrong, but I can very much feel differently than
All right.
All right. I'll take the next one here. Noel Summer Camp, 12. We attended a summer camp together back in the summer of 2012. We attended different locations, but each of our sections would meet up for shared activities around the city throughout the week, i.e. park activities.
They taught the kids how to parallel park.
Parking games like capture the flag, but you do it while parking. Park activities, bowling, or swimming. I had a crush on you, but was too shy to admit it, even though I couldn't hide it. And at the time, you didn't have any social media, so we never kept in touch. I'm just curious as to how you've been since, and if you remember those times and our friends we both had. My name starts with an F. You and I are both currently in our 20s. I rarely forget names or faces, and thinking about those times always makes me so nostalgic.
I just love this misconnection. I love it so much. I think one of the reasons I love it is because they're using exactly what it's meant for.
Yes, points.
Absolute brownie points. And also, isn't this every teen, going to summer camp's dream is that they'll have, a long-lost love from summer camp? Did you have a long-lost love at band camp?
Hold on. Who said I went to band camp?
Okay, you went to band camp. I can smell it all over you.
I did not go to an overnight band camp. We did have a training week that took place for a week, and we got dropped off. And part of the day,
that's what day camp is, baby.
Hours.
That's what summer camp is.
Not a camp. No. A proper summer camp, the one where you really get to forge those relationships, is an overnight. You're away from home, no parents, anything goes.
You went to band camp.
I did not go to band camp. I think for it to qualify as camp, you really got to stay in one place.
I think. Okay, I think that many summer camps would disagree with you, but that's fine.
Sure. But I think we can agree that, one, a camp where you do stay put in one place is more camp-like.
Oh my god. Okay, well...
And I will say, this thing I did was just with kids in my music class, right? So it's not like I was, like, there to meet new people. I knew all these motherfuckers already.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were motherfuckers. I said it. You know who you are. You know what you did.
Nobody attractive has ever been in band, and nobody attractive ever will be.
But I was in band. So, but I will say, I did go to a camp that was a Christian camp. But I went because I got invited, and I didn't fucking care about the religious aspect of any of it, but the camp itself was really cool. They had a paintball course. They had just a really, really great food set up. A lake, a really nice lake with one of those big bouncy blob things you could jump on. And it was like peak camp.
That sounds fucking sick. And also, that's how the Christians get you.
That's how the Christians
get you. That's how they get you.
They didn't really do it, though. Because while they were singing Our God is an Awesome God, I was adding Lil Jon ad-libs to the verses.
Yeah,
and you know what?
but Hillsong
the other
would
cool
be
kids
into that.
fucking loved it.
Hillsong would be into that, though.
I was out. I already knew myself well enough at that point to be like, I'm not going to fall for any of this. But I will play paintball. And they had awesome merch, and I bought a hat. And it didn't have any religious symbols on it, so we're good.
Did you fall in love with anyone at camp?
At that particular camp. You know, I think I did have, like, those little camp crushes. I don't think
romance
they were
is in the air. Romance is in the air at camp. Yeah.
You know, it is a bit just uncharted territory, you know, when you're like, when there's other kids your age and you, especially if you don't know them already, you like meet like someone your age who you think is kind of cute and like kind of cool, and you only get to see them when you're like at the same table eating a meal, or even better or worse, depending on how you look at it, at different tables. Whoa. And you get those awkward glances from across the room. Glances. It's a Christian glance. I can't say any of the letters. Okay, so, but yes, I think there is something that happens to kids where
at summer
they
camp,
you pick a person and you're just like, this is it.
This is it.
This is it. Did you have that experience?
So I never went to sleepaway camp. If that's what we're calling camp, apparently.
Sure. I guess so.
I did go to summer camp a couple years, and it was like a swim camp, which was cool. But the main memory I have is I went to golf camp.
Oh yeah.
And I think I've told you this off pod. I'm pretty sure it was off pod.
I'm pretty sure. I forget. We forget. All of our conversations on this podcast are really similar to our conversations in real life, so I forget a lot of what's been said on here and not. But go ahead.
Yeah, I went to golf camp, and I was the only girl there, so you'd think I'd be a hot commodity, but I wasn't, lads. I wore pants up to my little prepubescent breasts, very high-waisted pants and little cardigans. I was a chubby little child with very high bangs. And, you know, she always hoped she'd fall in love with someone at summer camp. It just never happened for me, you know, but obviously not bitter about it.
Obviously. Is that your bio line on Tinder? It's like,
I wish I'd fallen in love with someone at golf camp.
I never fell in love with someone
I wouldn't have to be here if I had fallen in love with someone at golf camp.
And you know what? I feel like those experiences are like better in our heads for sure.
Oh,
like,
absolutely. But I think some people did have them, you know? Mm-hmm. You know, I just feel like sometimes I'm like, damn, I wish I had that quintessential experience.
Right, summer love.
You get it.
But even then, like, it would not be better to follow that up and like see where it goes. It would be a better experience if you just ended when camp ends. That's the magic of summer camp. It just, when it's over, it's over.
Just
you
like
might get to go back next year.
Well, in Camp Rock and Camp Rock 2, Shane and whatever Demi Lovato's character's name is, they stay in touch all year. So
Yeah.
it can happen. Even if one of you is an international rock star. Okay.
I did. Oh, Camp Rock. Good movies. I saw this Misconnection, and I saw another Misconnection that was very similar that I provided for you if you want to read it. Just continue this summer camp love train
Enticing.
going. I think this is the theme.
This is it.
This is it.
Emily, somewhere about 15 years ago. I believe your name is Emily. We spent our summer together, 3rd grade, I believe, at a Christian camp, and we developed a small crush on each other. I never got to learn more about you since we were both youngins at the time and didn't have a way to keep in touch. I remember we held hands while watching a movie and would go out together with our class to enjoy the hot summer. You may not remember me at all, but you gave me the confidence to make friends and express my feelings. You were the first girl to ever tell me that they liked me, and I just wanted to express that I still remembered you to this day, and I cherish that memory. Thank you for being so sweet. I hope life has been treating you well.
Yeah.
That was so cute. That was precious.
It's very cute. I remember 3rd grade and I just, oh man, being that age.
Oh my God.
And having a crush.
That is so sweet. I love it. And this poster doesn't necessarily want anything from Emily. They're literally just
Right.
posting it and being like, just wanted to let you know that I felt this way about you and thank you for doing that. That is so cute. I love that.
That's I think that's the peak experience. That's exactly as good as it can get.
Yeah.
We had a great time at camp. We held hands. It was reciprocated. It was mutual. I mean, I hope so. You were holding my hand. I hope you weren't just doing that because you felt awkward about it. But also just I don't need to ever see you again. Thanks for the memories. Hope you're well. That's...
We love to hear it.
Camp.
Camp. Well,
Summer loving.
send your kids
It's
to
in the air.
camp so that they can have experiences like these.
And these are the tame ones. A lot of the kids fuck at camp.
Oh my God!
We move forward.
3rd graders. We were talking about 3rd graders.
I just really wanted to scare the parents. That's all. That's all I wanted to do. Don't worry. That didn't happen. At least it didn't happen to me. I'm not bitter about it either. We're fine. Anyway, camp is... Summer's bringing up a lot of feelings.
Yeah, really though. It's Gemini season. Watch out.
Yeah. Do watch out. How about how many we got more?
I've got 2 more, so you
Where
can
we at?
read mine back to
more?
back if you like. They're both good, so I don't want you to skip either of them.
Okay, great. That's what we're going to do. Here we go. And then I got one more that is a doozy for you. Listener, are you excited? You should be. You said you needed to be more disciplined. We met in a dream. Or was it somewhere else? Or not at all? Or not yet? You said, or you were thinking, that you wanted to explore a situation that involved a consensual power exchange, but you needed him to accept your gifts. You, wants to be tickled by the novelty of someone brand spanking new. She wants intensity and control to take her by the hair or her neck. You seek the excitement of a man who knows the ropes and will tell you just what to do. His control, calming your active mind. And she can put the S into D's. DS. It's a D/S.
D's.
Or she wants just any kind of satisfying, intense interaction with a man. Me, interested in being a partner in this consensual toe-curling dance. If you are that woman, we should meld these dreams. We should not miss this potential connection. Everything is negotiable. Your reply is welcome and encouraged.
I just said they tried real hard to make this fit
Yeah.
what a misconnection should be, and you're cheating. We can all tell you're cheating, you liar.
Yeah, this is not... A misconnection is not... It is not potential. It's already happened, right?
Yeah.
You can't fabricate a misconnection.
Yeah.
This is a site where the misconnection that initially starts the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's already happened. It's like the Big Bang.
Yeah.
And
That is
and
what
you're
this guy
trying to
wants.
say,
Wants a big bang.
yeah, he wants a big bang. But no, that's not. Isn't. First of all, confusingly written. I couldn't.
D's
It was hard to follow.
D's what? D's nuts?
D's nuts. And yeah, she can put the S into.
I think now. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's D/S Dom/sub.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. But like then that begs the question, what do you even mean by you can put the S into D? You can put the sub in Dom sub. That's so you just
being a
just
sub.
want me to
You
be the sub. Just say that.
Just be the sub.
Oh man, you can put the bacon in that bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich. Like, yeah, I can. It's my job. I'm a sandwich artist. What the fuck do you want from me?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were gonna get so wild about this part. Sorry.
Everyone's looking at me. Everyone's looking at me like I'm the big dummy. But no, this person wrote it badly.
If it makes you feel any better, so I have this exercise that I do that I recommend everyone does because it's actually helped me a lot. Where I have a group of friends and I will do something called cringe reels. And it's the stuff that plays in your head before you go to sleep at night, right?
Oh, of course.
And of like embarrassing moments and stuff. And what we'll do is we'll like message each other our cringe reels, or we'll send each other audio messages of our cringe reels. And it kind of exercises the demon. It's like hard to do it because it like feels awful to tell somebody what your most embarrassing moments are, but it like helps.
Yeah.
And I have a cringe reel moment that actually relates to this a little bit.
Oh shit.
When I was in 8th grade, we were reading The Diary of Anne Frank, the play. And it was my turn to read out loud, and I had not been paying attention. So I suddenly had to tune in, and usually I read pretty fast, and I can like talk while I'm reading. So usually reading out loud is not a problem because I can like read ahead, but I was like caught off guard.
As I've seen from this podcast, you were a pretty good cold reader.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. You're a pretty dang good cold reader yourself.
Oh, stop. Thank you.
What do you think, listener? Okay, well, you didn't have to say it like that, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's a little rude, but
thank you for the constructive
the show's
criticism.
free. The show's free.
You don't have to listen.
If you don't like it, you can go.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
but I'd rather you didn't.
Anyways, so I was reading like one of the narration parts, and instead of saying D-Day, I thought it was a stutter, and I said D-Day, and the entire class laughed at me. So,
aw, man.
I mock you because I have an insecurity.
Yeah, absolutely. And God, I'm not like bad at public speaking, but yeah, anytime you have to read in front of a group, it's like, God damn it, I'm such on high alert right now. I remember a kid in my class who did kind of have a harder time, like he kind of had a speech thing where he would like kind of breathe in the middle of speaking a lot, and I think that's pretty common. It wasn't something really funny on its own or anything like that, but he was reading the word class, and he said class to like a group of third graders.
It was
and
all over.
It was over.
It was over for that guy. I think my problem more, because I didn't have fear about the actual reading itself, is I would always be like while I was reading out loud, like my brain would be like, what if you just said fuck right now? Or like, what if you said penis, like just on accident? Like, what if you just said that? And I would be like, shut up. That was
I still get that now.
all the time.
All the time.
D's. Anyways.
D's. Anyway, yes, she can put the S into D/S.
Nuts.
Into D's nuts. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't what this is for.
This isn't what it's for. If you want a kinky sub, get on Tinder, because let me tell you, lots of people are looking for that. So.
Oh, well, I mean, if you were to give this person some real advice on how to make this work on Tinder, what would they need to share? How much of this could fit in a Tinder profile? Or do they have to downsize, pick a line that works? What is it?
I have never reached the character limit on a Tinder bio, so I don't know what it is.
Gotcha.
They would probably have to shorten it. I bet there is a character limit. But honestly, I think the way of saying it without words is just have no pictures with your face in it, only pictures of your torso. That seems to be kind of the like.
That's the vibe.
Yeah, that's the vibe. Like that's the aura that you're trying to send out.
Okay.
You know.
I getcha. Okay. Well, there you go. You might have better luck elsewhere, but please take this garbage somewhere else. You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. All right, let's read your last one. You dropped your hot dog. We were at the Giants game on Friday, 6-4 in section 139. You sat behind us, and the unforgiving San Francisco wind immediately blew your hot dog to the ground. You waited so long for that hot dog. After letting it sit on the ground for 30 to 45 seconds, you picked it up and ate it. I was very proud of you for going for it. It takes a special person to eat a hot dog off the ground in a non-vaccinated section of the tail end of COVID. Later, you asked for a gummy worm. Let's be friends. I love this.
This is the unhinged energy I strive for. This is it.
Yes.
Right here.
Yeah. I mean, this is like, I feel like this is what you're doing on Tinder.
Yeah,
like,
essentially, yes.
Absolutely. I would not naturally go for the person, even just on a platonic level, the person who dropped their hot dog and left it on the ground for 30 to 45 seconds, which feels like a very big difference to me.
Yeah.
If we were to stop talking completely for 30 seconds, it would be unbearable. And if we added 15 more seconds to that, you would turn off the show, or you would think your phone had died or something was wrong with it.
Yeah, like, what do you think about that, listener? That was like 10 seconds, and it felt like a lifetime.
Yeah, listener, we're going to have to cut you off, because that was way too long. So, yeah, I would not go for that person, but this person sees that, gets to ask for the gummy worm. It's like, something's going on with this person. I want to know them more. Yeah. I want more of this person in my life.
Yeah.
Run
towards the danger. That's the mood.
Hey, I mean, if it's platonic, you're just saying let's be friends, you can still have an experience. You can still do the whole let's find some randos and expand my horizons thing on a platonic level, and I appreciate it.
Or you could fuck.
Or you could also fuck. I mean,
just a thought.
This guy's good with the hot dogs. So that probably means. Well,
he's actually not.
They're pretty bad with a hot dog.
He let the wind blow his hot dog out of his hand.
Oh, I don't know what that means. You might have to, I don't know, practice, watch some tutorials or something. This is it's messy. Again, this is just our friendship, so maybe that's not a concern, but I don't know. Every friendship is different.
You know what?
Oh, I dropped my whole laptop. Oh my god. Hey. I don't know what's going on in here. I think I
San
made a ghost
Francisco
angry.
wind blew your laptop over.
Oh my god. Anyway, we're okay.
Hey, you know what? That's actually a great sign. We got another misconnection for you at the end of this, so stick around. But
stick around. In the meantime, thank you so much for listening. Yeah, you. If you liked the show, you know what to do. You know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Go ahead and consider leaving a rating and review in the Apple Podcast app, because that is the most helpful thing you can do to help us get found. When people read podcast reviews that seem very positive, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Makes them want to listen to that podcast. Studies show that people reading positive descriptions of something make them more likely to think of that thing as positive and maybe give it a try.
Yeah.
Did you know that? That's science. I didn't either. So go ahead and tell someone about the show if you like it so much. I don't know why I got aggressive.
If you like it so much, why don't you go
like
tell
it so
someone?
Much. Yeah, just tell a friend, even if you're not going to leave a rating, because that's a lot of work. I get it. A lot of extra steps. We put the link, or just right there for you. But, tell a friend. Tell a friend. Find someone. Yell at the open window. I love Craig's Crisis, and I don't care who knows it. That would be helpful, too, if you could do that. But also, if you could spell it out so people can find it easier, that'd be great.
If you have your own misconnection...
Yeah, you go.
I'm sorry. If you have your own misconnection that you found on the internet and you want to have us read, or if you have a story about a misconnection, we'd love to hear it. Go ahead and shoot us an email at craigcrypod@gmail.com. That's CRAIGCRIPod@gmail.com. We'd love to read about it. You can also send it to us on any of our social media. We've got an Instagram, Craig's Existential Crisis. We've got a Twitter, also Craig's Existential Crisis. We've got a Facebook. It's Craig's Existential Crisis. You guessed it. So feel free to contact us any of those places. We'd also like to thank our friend Rosie Sherman, who recorded our theme song. Go check her out on Instagram at Hey Shermy. She makes cute little comics and great music. Yeah.
And if you have a story of your own you want to send us a personal ad, or just drop something else into our email that can't fit in an Instagram message, our email's craigcrypod@gmail.com. That's CRAIGCRIPod@gmail.com.
Did you black out? I said that already.
And we also want to thank the incredible Rosie Sherman. I think I'm just like so concerned about the fact that I dropped this fucking computer. It's my whole life, and it just crashed to the ground, and I'm still a little shaken. So
That's why I was trying to take the pressure off of you by finishing that up, but instead you just got so nervous you did it again.
I did. Hey, we should end this, but we're gonna end it a little bit differently. Normally, we like to send you off with a misconnection. I want to do a little bit of shopping because Craigslist isn't just for misconnections. People buy things, people give things away. So we are gonna do a little bit of shopping around. I found this one in the free section of Craigslist, and I want you to give that a read. Feel free to describe the image. It won't need much description. I think you'll find the body does enough.
Great. Okay. Karen the Demon Chicken. Gone. Karen has found a new home to haunt. Do you wake up each morning intent on causing everyone around you undue stress while they go about their daily business? Do you scream at anyone within a 6-foot radius? Do you vehemently defend your irrational actions? You might be Karen's soulmate. Karen is a 2-year-old Easter Egger Leghorn cross that I lovingly hatched from an egg and hand-raised. She is mostly white with occasional black flecks. Despite my best efforts, patience, kindness, and chicken lady mojo, Karen is a lost cause. The signs were there, even when she was a ball of fluff, but my better nature did not recognize them until it was too late. Karen has earned her name. She will loudly tell you exactly what your transgressions are in her best "let me talk to the manager" voice. She's a great layer and can lay lovely white eggs nearly daily as long as you collect eggs religiously. Otherwise, she morphs into a broody, half-feathered, ill-tempered demon spawn, squatting on your eggs and defending them with zealous hatred. This chicken will not back down. She does not take prisoners. She will come for you, and you'd best be ready to throw down because she was born to fight you. This is not an exaggeration. This chicken wants blood. Touch her, and she will scream at best, but take a chunk of your finger more likely. God help you if you try to take a clutch of eggs she's decided to sit on. Karen does not suffer fools and will peck the combs of her fellow flock mates bloody to establish her dominance. She is small, but she wakes each morning and chooses violence. If you have a flock of larger chickens, she might respect their pecking order. She might also cause chaos. I am offering Karen to anyone brave enough to take this she-devil and exercise whatever hellspawn has possessed her. Add her to your flock if you dare. Make her Sunday dinner. Oh, your choice. I suggest you bring a sturdy crate to transport her, holy water or salt to keep whatever demonic forces drive her insanity at bay, and perhaps a priest if you wish to dance with this devil. Really, this is just another example of how great copy can sell anything.
Oh my god. Like, don't you kind of want this chicken?
I kind of do, but I absolutely don't. The chicken looks literally exactly as described. She looks pissed.
Well, if anyone is in the market for a chicken, you know where to go.
Meh, she's gone.
I'm Tom Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Thompson.
This has been
Craig's
Existential Crisis. Don't drop your computers. I don't recommend it.